Yeah, so you want all these ticked, right?
Okay.
So what the background does, it just makes it visibly easier. If you look down here at the TDI oscillator, you actually see those green bars. That's called the background. What it does is it makes it visually easy to see when price action is moving out of the band, which means if it's on the top, it's overbought, which means price action very soon will be moving back in towards the market base of price action, right? Because everything snaps back to the median of the market. Everything always does. It happens every single time. Look, every time it goes out, gets overbought, it comes back in. Every time it gets oversold, boom. Now, the thing is you have to keep your eye on what's happening. So if you look here within the price action, you see how it's moving outside, it's oversold. Well, if
Uh-huh.
you look, it will come back in, it will go up a little bit, and it comes back down. So just because it's going back in within the band, right, doesn't mean that it's going to snap back up to the high end of price action, right? They're just letting the cost cool off so it's not overbought or oversold, and then whatever the intent of the market continues, right? And when you go to different time frames, um, like when you're thinking about entering a trade, you want to look at all time frames, right? So you're looking at the 1 hour, and the 1 hour is oversold or overbought, right? Price is going up, it's overbought. You look at the 1 minute, it doesn't look like it's overbought, and I'm gonna buy it. It might go up for 10 more minutes and then it's going to come back down because it has to come back down. Now, if you're going through like a crazy bear cycle within the market and it's just prices exploding, you know, you don't want to base your trade on this. You want to base your trade on market sentiment. If the market wants higher prices and it's fucking moonshotting, it's moonshotting. Don't bet against the train because your indicator is telling you it's overbought or oversold, right? Because no one gives a shit. Because price is going wham, it's a moon ship. It doesn't care
So
what.
how do you know?
And right, same with a big ass dump. If everyone's dumping, it don't matter if it's oversold because people are like, I don't want this bag right now, and people are gonna sell.
I usually like
Um,
sell it like 5% or something. I'm usually like, fuck, I'm scared now. Um,
sure.
I don't.
And what these like the H's and R's. So the H means hidden, the R means regular. If the signal is happening on the bottom side of the oscillator, that means it's a hidden bullish divergence, right? So what a divergence is, so what the TDI is, it's momentum, right? Um, what a divergence is that price will be moving down or up, and momentum. So if the price is moving down, but momentum is going up, so money's coming into the market with momentum, right? But the price is still coming down. That means it's a divergence. Okay. Um,
How is money coming? Are you saying the market instead of that particular stock? Or
well, the market of that coin.
okay, so if more money is coming in but the price is going down, how does that work?
Good question. I don't know.
Okay.
Good question. I don't know if limit orders get applied to the momentum or not. That could be it. Orders on the books are coming in, prices moving down. So people are putting money into the market, but price is coming down,
So what does
right?
this indicator um, tell you? Or yeah, that blue line.
What blue line? There's a lot of blue
Isn't that
lines.
what you were talking about? The uh, your mouse was down at the bottom.
Huh? Down here?
Yeah.
This line here, it says H.
Is that what you're talking about? Um,
Yeah, so that's going to be the divergence calls,
yeah. So
right?
okay.
And price will always move in a
I
direction
can't
of
wait
that.
anymore. I'm busting for a piss. I'll be right back.
All right, bro. Price will always move when those divergences happen. It might not be a big move. Like look right here. Look at the price. So there was hidden bearish divergence, which started here and here. So if you look, momentum is increasing, but price is dropping. You see that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? So after that bearish call, look what price did. So right here, boom, price came down,
So, what
right?
should one do in those situations?
Sell, sell, because price is going to go down.
Okay.
Or if you're hodling, it doesn't matter. If you're buying for long term, none of this shit even matters. Indicators don't matter. Fucking momentum doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like I bought Litecoin and I'm cashing out at the end of the market, right? So for my hodl, none of this means dick all. But if I'm trading, if I'm trying to, if I'm trying to do a 15-minute trade, a 30-second trade, a 1-minute trade, a 2-hour trade, this stuff matters, right? Short
Hmm.
term, this stuff matters, right? Or like, say you're looking for a big swing trade, you go to the higher time frames, 4 hour, 1 day, and you see where it's at. So then you know to enter. Like so when it bottoms out, like right here, like this is the 4 hour time frame. It's bottoming out. So that yellow dot means it's leaving the cloud. That red dot means it's entering the cloud. So if you would have put a trade in when entering back in the cloud, you would have been up. Let's see. Let's see what the percentage would have been. You would have been up 40% on Chaz on that four hour indicator.
What
4 hour call coming back into the cloud.
what percent do you hodl and what percent do you regularly trade?
Oh, dude, my hodl's like 90% of my account. But I'm also in a different situation. Like, I have some monthly disposable income that comes in that I can trade with. So,
Okay.
but there's actually a technique called shark finning. Let me see if I can find a good example of it. Um, that's not really any good examples on this chart. So, like right here, where did I see it? Oh, fuck, I lost it.
Yeah, it seems like most of the time I try to hodl like Ethereum,
So here you go. Here's a shark fin.
but if I see some trend going on, I try to buy or sell. I don't,
So here's a shark fin, right? So if you look at the price movement, price action, right? It's coming, coming, coming. It gets overbought or oversold, right?
hmm.
Boom, you get the yellow dot. It's outside of the band. You see how that it sharply moves up like that? You see, bang, comes back up like immediately, and
Yeah.
it comes back into the cloud. When you see a sharp bang, gets balled up real quick, comes back into the cloud, that's a buy. Just a shark fin, right? See how it kind of looks like the fin of a
Yeah.
shark?
So that's
That
when
means
in three
price is
minutes.
coming down super fast. It comes down, breaks out of the band, and then boom, it moves back up just as fast and comes back into the band. That's showing uh, um, a lot of buying pressure because it bottomed out. Boom, it's going back up. So what that's doing, that's calling a bottom right there. That shark
Okay.
fin's calling a bottom. Boom, you buy right when it goes back in. Now, not every shark fin will play out. Like look at that. Look at that shark fin. That played out even more. Boom. But there are some shark fins because you have to take into account market sentiment. Does the market want to continue going lower? Let me see if I can find an example. Because there are shark fins that are just letting the market cool down. Like right here, look, shark fin. See that shark fin? Bang, comes back up, goes back down, right?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So I mean, trading is,
So yeah,
you'll
I
get shit
noticed
wrong.
that.
Nothing's ever right 100% of the time,
I mean,
ever.
most of those fins are within like minutes.
Oh yeah, well, I'm on the 1 minute time frame.
Um,
That's scalping.
so
But I mean, the same plays out with the 4 hour. There's shark fins on the 4 hour too, but that's going to be a longer term play. You're not gonna try to get out of that trade in the next hour. With a 4 hour shark fin, you're in it for days. Now that and price action might actually come down. You might hit 100% profit and then back down to 20% profit and then back up and back down. But you're also not high leveraging that type of trade. You're doing like 1 or 2x on a long term scalp trade. You're not fucking putting 20x on that son of a bitch.
um,
Because the price action within one 4 hour candle can be that whole candle, right? Like just because you see the closed candle as like engulfing the whole candle doesn't mean that price action, where you got into the trade, price action could have went all the way back down to the bottom of the candle which would have stopped you out at high leverage, and then moved all the way back. That's 4 hours. That's a long time for price action, right?
Yeah. So, you said you huddle 90%. How many hours a day do
More
you
than
think,
90.
or how many hours a day do you think you spend looking at stuff? And what hours?
Depends on the day.
So, one thing that I'm always, I don't know, it's like give me anxiety and stuff is just it's a 24-hour trading platform, and yeah. I don't. Are there some hours? I heard that the U.S. hours are maybe the most active ones, and I guess I've noticed.
London, London and the United States have the most liquidity. So when the London and U.S. market are open, that's when you're going to see most of the price action because it has the most liquidity.
Yeah. So,
So early morning U.S. on the East Coast is going to be the highest liquidity of all 24 hours because London and U.S. are both open at the same time.
okay, cool. Um,
How long does that overlap for? One, two, 2 hours. So
so
yeah, one, 2, 3, 4 hours. So from
they're 8 hours ahead of me.
yeah, so from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10, 11 till noon. 9 to noon are the most liquid hours in the world.
Cool.
Even when um, Sydney, Tokyo, and Hong Kong are open at the same time, they still don't have as much liquidity as those 4 hours I just mentioned.
And I thought I read something or saw a video one time where a guy was saying like, since banks weren't open and stuff, usually shit goes down every weekend. I sort of
Well,
try.
it's not that it goes down, it's just that the it's
Nobody
all
invests
algorithms.
more. All right.
Well, it's just bots. It's just bots pinging off each other. So, I mean, there's no active liquidity on the weekends, right? It's just bots. Well, it gets to this price, sell. When it gets to this price, buy. When it gets to this price, sell. When it gets to this price, buy. And it's just bots going boop,
Okay.
boop, 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 boop. I mean, there are weekends where fucking we've had breakouts.
Mhm.
What was it last when we broke $50,000? That was during a weekend. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we broke 50K, I think, was on a Saturday.
And so, okay,
Look at the daily.
how do I, what's that bottom bar you have? How do I get that on my screen?
What bottom bar? This?
Yeah, or no,
That's just that's just there.
the
So I
graph,
used
the graph at the bottom.
this.
Yeah,
That's the TDI oscillator.
how do I pull that up?
So you go right here. See where my mouse is?
Yeah,
That's all your indicate. That's your active indicators. So if you don't have it, if it's not active, you go up here to where it says F. Click on it, and it's going to be invite only scripts,
yeah.
and that's the TDI oscillator.
Okay. So, uh, let's see. I'm better on this graph. What upgrade now? I just upgraded the other day. What the hell is it talking about?
I don't know how I have three indicators on my chart because I don't have premium,
Yeah, you
but
can only have two, right? Or
yep, but somehow I have three. I don't ask questions. Oh
so,
no.
which ones are the two best? The oscillator and or
Yeah, get put on Oscar the Grouch, and then you also want to put on Advanced Trend V23.
which one is advanced trend? Is that the one that tells you long
That's the one
short,
I'm using.
long short? Okay, yeah, I think I like that one better. So that's advanced trend. Change my favorites. Okay. So how can I remove my?
To remove it, you go to this thing right here. It's the page with a plus sign in the upper left-hand corner. It's called Data Window.
Okay.
And then to remove an indicator, you right-click on it, click Remove. I spent so much time last winter looking at charts that it's just like that's what you got. You literally have to stare at charts. There's no other way. You can watch people talk all day long. You could sit there and have someone show you everything to do until you're looking at charts and you're actually doing it. You're placing trades. You're losing fucking money because that's what's gonna happen. You won't get it. That's literally the only way to learn anything in life. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
you. You could go to college and have a master's degree, go out into your field and actually practice it and fucking fail miserably. You have to have that experience, that one-on-one real
Yeah,
experience.
experience and like
Yeah.
you were saying, like I I've done a lot of research on my own, and I try to only ask questions when
Do you know how to draw horizontals?
those
Like, like all these lines I have in my chart. Like, look at all those fucking
No,
lines.
I've never learned that. And why would one want to do that and not go with
So,
an expert?
well, an expert's just doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm not an expert, but look,
why waste the
you
time?
know, because no one's going to show you all their levels, dude. I mean, Max shows you a lot of his levels, but he's not there all the time. He's not there at 2 o'clock in the morning when you see a breakout from your trend line, right?
Okay, show
You know what
me,
I mean?
please. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Let me go to a chart that's not done. I don't think I charted Luna. I'll chart Luna for you. So the whole reason I really got into MDX is that I loved charting. Like even when I first began charting, people were like, "Dude, chart this for me," because I was just good at charting.
Awesome.
So that's
How'd you
why I
learn
got
it?
into Max.
How?
Just fucking watching YouTubers and then going into charts and just fucking off, fucking around. And like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so horizontal lines. Okay, let me get my horizontals out. Horizontal line, make sure you have magnet on. So magnet's gonna suck. See that? See how it's just hovering and then boop, sucks it right to it.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. So it's gonna make sure you get your levels correct. Okay, so I'm basically going and I'm tagging highs, right? So I'll put a horizontal line here. Here's a high price. And you also want to, um, I'll just do the highs first, and then I'll explain how I get other levels. So boom. You can do highs here, but see what I'm finding is I'm finding more. It's like if you look at this wick that's up here, I'll put a line there so you can see what I'm saying visually. So that wick and that wick line up, but if you look down here, there's the body of that candle, that wick, this wick. So you could put in that. It's just gonna bounce around in that zone a little bit, but it's not like you can. So you want to find confluence with lines. So I'll go here and I'll hover and then I'll look over and see where that lines up at. Like you could put that in
What time frames are you looking for?
all of them. So I'll start on the 1 hour, and then you also go to the bottom and do it there. See how that yellow line I just put on the bottom lines up with all these lines. So that's an important level. Um, put in this level, boom. See how that level lines up with these. Do that, and then watch what happens when I drop down. So we'll come over here. This is some good price action right here. I'll go to the 15-minute. And you see how it's kind of respecting those lines, and then I'll come in and I'll chart the 15-minute, hit that level. And what I'm doing too, you can also take off your magnet and just visually look. So you line up your line with like bodies or wicks, and you're just seeing the confluence. How many bodies and wicks are hitting where you're at? So there's a lot of bodies over there on my right. There's bodies that hit that. So that's actually a good level, right? So I'll hit that level. Hit up with that right there. And you'll see, look at the lines, look at the price, and look at the lines. Bing, goes up, comes back down, boom, hits the line, boom, hits the line, comes up. You look here, look, price action on those wicks stops at that line. And those lines were drawn from way over here. So what I like to do is I like to actually go back in time. So like Luna's not really that good because we're in all-time high areas. But you find confluence. You go back in time. What I like to do is I'll like to go back a few months, like back in March where we had our first rally up. And then I'll find here, look, I'll go to a clean Bitcoin chart and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So what I like to do is I had to go back in time, find areas in our first pump up. I'll just do Euro, because who fucking cares? It's all going to be the same. And I'll go all the way back in March. All the way back. March, April. Shit. Fucking going back that far in the hourly time frame sucks. May, April. Okay, so April. Okay, look. So here's April on an hourly time frame. Let's put it in my horizontals, okay? So we'll go, I need to turn back on my magnet and just chart out the tops and bottoms, right? I'm just gonna do this quick. I'm not gonna get like, I'm not gonna look at it crazy because this is Euro and I'll never look at it.
So you don't pick two bottoms that are the about the same wick?
Huh?
Like
No, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that wick's a fake out. Yeah, if you see a wick just like going over a trend line, it's just a little fake out. It doesn't really hold much weight. Okay, I'll do this last one. Okay, so remember, this is March of 2021. Okay, so let's go all the way back to current time, and you'll see why you want to draw trend lines. Whoops. Okay, so now look at the current price action. Look where it's touching. Look, where did price stop and where did price go up to? Where did price go down to? Now, remind you, I drew those lines from March of 2020. It is now October, and look where price is. Goes up, kind of fakes out above that. There's probably another trend line up here if you just look harder. But look, goes up, comes back down, hits this trend line, comes back down, hits the horizontal, boom, hits this horizontal, goes back up, comes back down, hits the next horizontal, boom, comes up, boom. Look at that. I mean,
yeah, crazy.
that's why you draw them, so you can get your entries and exits, right? So if you were here, right? So let's say you were right here and you saw it bounce off of this horizontal, right? It wicks down, body closes here, price starts moving up. It wicks down, you see it's downtrending. So what you would do is the entry you would put right here at 50,508, and then you would put your stop loss somewhere down in here, right? Wherever your margin can accept. You'd get filled, and look, price went back up. Now, don't mind this wick because that's a scam wick. It's just a flash. But yeah, you'd be in the profits. Look, what line did it just stop at? This now, mind you, this is Euro, so 50. It's not 54,000. It's higher than that. But
yeah.
boom, it stopped right there. So if you would enter here, since the last local high is here and we're zoning currently, you would put your take profit up here. Buy here, put your profit, take profit up. You want to front run it a little bit, which means you put it a little bit lower than that price. So, take 75% profit. You set your 75. You could also do like at this trend line, do 25%. Take profit at 25%. Let it ride. Put another take profit right here at 50%. Boom. Now you have 25% in to let ride, and maybe it goes up, maybe it goes down. You don't know.
Awesome.
But if you look at my USD
And
Bitcoin
so,
chart,
do you
I mean,
do
look at
that?
these lines, bro.
Do you do
Look at
that
that.
for every coin?
Every single coin, dude.
Damn.
Every single coin.
So
And here,
if you do that much work, why don't you um trade more instead of hodl?
because you lose money trading, your possibility of so when you use leverage, right, and you trade every day, the percentage chance of losing money is higher when you just invest. Investing shows that over long periods of time with sound fundamentals, you make money. 100%. 100% of the time, when you invest in a company or asset that has sound fundamentals, you make money. Period. You know, if you would have invested when Amazon first came out and you were like, "Oh shit, I see a future in selling books online." How much money would you have right now when it came out? Yeah, the price would go up and
I
down as
remember
interest
that
is
day.
right. Same with Tesla, same with
Yeah.
Apple, Google, Microsoft. Investing long term yields profit. As long as, if you're not fucking going into some shit fucking like SHIB. SHIB's fucking bullshit. Why would you invest in SHIB for 10 years? That's absolutely insane. Nuts, right?
So you mainly do it for fun and
Well, learning and trying to make some
yeah.
money, sure. But every single person, every single trader has more of their portfolio a holdings account than a trading account. Every single person. Don't let them lie to you because if they say they don't, they're fucking liars. Period. Now, I would say every retail trader, so everyone that's not like providing liquidity to the market, right? Now, the market makers who provide liquidity for you to be able to trade, they're not holding fucking anything, right? They are just trading and taking your money. They want your fucking money. So that's a whole other thing. That's what traders reality will teach you. They're just literally trying to take your money and make money. That's it, right? They're not holding or investing in anything. What they're investing is taking your fucking money. That's their investment. Their investment is fucking wrecking you.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Like Michael Saylor, Elon Musk, Ecuador's government. That's all retail. They're not providing any liquidity to the market. They're buying, right? They're not providing you any liquidity for you to be able to trade. They're just buying shit and holding it. That's not a fucking market maker. You know what I mean? They're not making you able to trade because fucking they bought, $500 million worth of Bitcoin. Okay, what does that do for you? It does nothing for you, right? They're retail. Everyone's retail except for the people providing liquidity to the market to make it able for you to trade.